Wagwan mi familia, ¿cómo estás? Welcome to Movement Decoded. Don't know why I keep speaking Spanish. I try, I just say the same things over and over, but it's not getting better. But honestly, the feedback from the last video, people were like, yo, la gente quedó tan impresionada con mi español que seguiré hablándolo, ¿sí? We'll get straight into it. I mean, ahora. Okay, I've exhausted my Spanish. Warm up for this movement sequence. Let's get to it. I'm gonna do half a money spinner, something we've done in a previous video. I'm gonna just do a nice and simple transition down and up. From here, nice wide base is the anchor. I love this as an anchor because it just gives a lot of variety. It can always come into a place where it's a strong base that even if we're kind of like we're about to lose balance, we can always use this gate to kind of find a center again. Movement we're going to do, transitioning up and down. Bringing my hand in front of the opposite foot. I'm going to internally rotate, so I'm spiraling, leading with my pinky finger down to the ground, which is going to guide the shin and guide the hip down. And then the back leg sweeps. And we come back up through. Contemporary seated row. So again on the other side, I'm spiraling in, so I'm internally rotating my shoulder with my leg, shin down, hip down, uncross, figure four, which takes us back up to standing. Another angle. Like so. How we're going to progress this move just a little bit, we're going to utilize. I'm wearing socks today because I want to play with a bit of pivoting and just for ease. And it really doesn't matter how much you spin here. We're going to play with this back pivot, a back step, stepping behind. But how we're going to explore a little bit more, a little accent and a detail that I like to do in my movement is leading with the toe. So I wind and spin round. And as soon as I'm creating this spin, this pointed foot here, it serves as like rolling from the roof of the foot into the ball of the foot. So then it brings you into your axis of your stance, so hopefully you don't lose too much balance. So I like to wind it up a little bit. It's not to gather the most momentum, but just a little step. And notice when I'm coming to the point of where I feel the momentum slowing down of the spin, ball of the foot meets the floor and it anchors. As soon as my ball of the foot comes down, I'm like, okay, the floor is there. Know where I'm pulling back into. So the step. Ooh. Ooh. I like to almost spot the foot here, and then I let it pull me around. So I'm almost letting the toe pull my head, and then it ripples round last. See there? Spot, release. Spot. Oh, lost balance on that one. Spot, release. Oh, my left foot feels funky. Like so. So I don't know if that made sense when I was saying spot, but here I'm spotting my foot, and it's, as soon as it lands, it's going from my knee, hip, ribs, neck, head. So I'm not staying fixed in my body. I'm letting it, like elastic, in this elasticated texture, pull me back round. Movement with the contemporary roll. Down. As we come up, base foot, sweeping foot. Down, step, base foot. I can use the hands to generate some momentum for the following leg sweeping. In time. Doing the wrong move there. Like so. A little bit dizzy, don't repeat that too often. Make sure you respira, eh? And have breathing routine. Just warm up, transitioning down and up. It's going to be a key feature for the sequence we're going to develop. Next movement, I'm going to use this transition from figure 4, very common junction we like to use in this series here. Gives us lots of opportunity, but here, slight variation. We're going to play with the rear leg, kicking up and circling round. So the movement with the rear leg from our figure 4 is going up and down to generate momentum to come up. Again, so I'll break it down a little bit more, but the movement and up. Like so. To help piece it together a little bit, action 1, swing. That swing's really important, but the power is being generated from the shin, the jump. So as I'm lifting, I'm jumping from the shin to the foot. But this is really heavy, really inefficient, but it's the movement we need to do. It's only inefficient because of the timing. But here, lift, land. Lift, land. Then when we piece it together, same way if you're trying to jump as high as you can, we use the power of our legs there, but what can help with the efficiency of that is how the arms make us lighter. So it's about timing of momentum with the arms. Generates this momentum, we get lighter, then we use that lightness to jump. Same thing that's happening here. But instead of the arms doing the swing, it's the leg doing the swing. So the more I generate this curve with the leg, I'll talk about the arm in a second, the lighter it's going to be to pop out. So it's not here, but this leg up makes it a little bit lighter. Again, so that big swing timed with the hip pop, like so. Trailing arm, kind of drawing the same motion. It's going boom. So again, it's swinging low to come up with the leg. It's like a puppeteer kind of thing. Help with balance. Another way it can help with balance is countering in this reach. There, so almost like leave it in front a little bit. It's like this. Swing, counterbalance. That little tension to the body just helps with basing into the foot, I believe so. So try it, experiment with it. Yeah, we're gonna combine that with the contemporary roll. Internally rotate, sweep, shin down, oh, up we come. Don't know which side I did. Sweep. Notice how we're starting to utilize this a little bit. Now, roll in, figure 4, pivot round. Other angle, roll in, figure 4, pivot round. Last one, we're going to incorporate an acrobatic. One for the rhythm of the sequence is going to be our meia, hopping meia, backward jaguar, a million and one names. Foot is stepping. As the foot steps, hands come down, the free leg kicks up. It's a little evolution of our lateral hop. It's an evolution of this, but we're not switching legs. We're sweeping one foot low, the other foot like a stingray tail, nice and high. For the capoeiristas, it's like a variation of habajahai, or meia de compasso. Man of culture here, polyglot. That's the kick we're going to play with there. You can watch it back, rewind it. Don't need to kick the ass out of it. I've got a whole acrobatics, beginner acrobatics video breaking this down. Everything pieced together. Pièce de résistance. French now coming out. Damn. E, A, san, sa, wu, leo, chi, ba, jo, she. And we go into the other side. Chinese now. Damn. It's all popping out. Anyway, now I'll be serious on this one. Full sequence. Internal rotation. Seated row. Figure 4. Sweep. Pivot. Then use this momentum. Keep going into step. Place. Sweep. And we start again, and now we're bringing us into the other side straight away. So if you have the space, it's just a continuous loop now. Step. Round. Step. Sweep. Other side. And notice, I'm using the space as well because I'm trying to stay in shot. So in the details, I'm trying to be savvy with the placement of my body. What's bringing me, say this is X marks the spot, what's bringing me back to it when I go off piste is the prep into meia lua. I'll mark it when I get there. So I'm on X marks the spot. Doing the whole movement. Here, I'm coming off the X a little bit. If I was to just step willy-nilly, I know I'm going off. I want to keep on the X, so my prep foot just kind of comes to my space again. This is just a subtle way to use your environment for a spontaneous adaptability in your movement. So I stay somewhat on the X. Bit of a flex there. If following this blueprint, you should be mapping out both sides continuously. From there, please break the rules. Welcome different elements into the movement. I'm not going to cue it or anything, but just showing where we can play with the same sequence, with variety. Few subtle changes there. I just change the language just a little bit. I think we'll leave it there. Terminado. Sí, claro. Bless, guys. Yeah, like the thing if you liked it. Dislike it if you didn't. But you know what? There hasn't been many dislikes on my videos. But I'm just saying here, if you do, it's welcomed. But leave some feedback for sure. And I'll do my best to keep delivering to the standard that I feel is useful. And if that comes in the form of constructive criticism, then let's get to it. Let's keep this sphere of love for this game expanding, for sure, without doing it disservice. We're all here exploring this flow, exploring this novelty and change and intelligence of the body. So if there's things that you want to see, there's things that you want to work on, then drop a line and we'll carve it out together. But in order to do that, subscribe to your boy, innit? Because you're obviously not going to get the updates, and if you don't. So give it a little subscribe. Feel free to drop your boys some peas for some unicorn blood. That'd be lovely. Links downstairs. Love, 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 gang. Easy.